Welcome Libra subscribers and new viewers to your monthly general reading for September 2021 for Sun, Moon, Rising, North or South nodes of the Moon. The new moon is going to be in Virgo on the 7th, which is I'm taping on the 2nd of September, and it's going to be in 14 degrees Virgo. So you might want to check that out, Libras, if you have anything in Virgo or anything that aspects Virgo, hard aspects especially, which would be square, conjunct, which is anything in Virgo, or opposition to Virgo, which would be Pisces. And the squares would be Sagittarius or Gemini. So again, you would look in your natal wheel to see if you have any of those planets, and then you, if that sounds right for you, and you want to know what the new moon is personally doing for you, you will look that up with your planet and corresponding new moon and see what that's going to do for you specifically. All right, the full moon is going to be on the 20th. That will be in Pisces, 28 degrees. And then Libras, Mercury is going retrograde in your sign. And that is going to be, I think it's on the 27th, so the end of the month, but you can check and make sure, and I don't remember the degree right now. And for those of you also, you could be feeling the transit of the transiting retrograde Saturn in Aquarius and or retrograde Jupiter in Aquarius right now as well, and you would want to check and see on your natal wheel for that as well. And that's not gonna, those two are both, they will go direct October, beginning to mid-October. Okay, and I think that's it. Okay, so let's get started, Libras. Let's see what is going on with you for September and whenever you're viewing this. So, Sun, Moon, Rising, North or South nodes of the Moon. Okay, so, whoops. Let's see here. Libras. General readings. Whoa, look at that. Okay. All right. Okay, so let me see how that's, wow. They're both upside down, so I'm going to take them just like that. Wow. And this, another zodiac sign got this same card, and I don't recall which reading it was. So, but if you happen along that reading because you were checking out your moon, your rising, or your north or south nodes of the moon, then this card is going to pertain to you even more because it'll be, if it's in both readings. So, all right. So let me see, Libra. What is going on with you? And then here really quick, well, first of all, too, let you look at that, because that could give you individually, you might see something for yourself personally. Okay. And then I will show this card as well. Okay, all right, so let me now see. Well, in this upside down position, I'm getting that you could be having trouble with courage, with having the courage to do something that you are desiring, to express yourself. For some of you, I'm getting as well. And I thought of too, the Mercury going in retrograde in your sign. So again, communication is going to be difficult for you, for some of you. And that could be where I'm getting this. Again, it's going to be different for all of you, because it depends on what your natal wheel planets are and the transiting planets as well. So, okay, so let me see. And another message is, some of you are, or you have been doing this. You either have been doing this in the recent past, or some of you are just going to be doing this. Seeking inside, going inside, because I'm seeing this, the white color, and it's a little bit around this face, but it's actually inside the face. And so to me, that's saying inside your own personal self. You're seeing truth, something, you're going inside to find a truth about yourself, or about a situation, or whatever that may be. You're having to seek inward, and maybe having to do with something you thought was a truth. And again, that's coming out a lot this month for my videos, with several of the signs, the going inward, or the truth coming out, and having to what do I want to say? Whatever you've believed, whatever you saw was the truth, was not the truth, and so you're having to realign yourself, and you're going to be going through all sorts of, of course, emotions for some of us, or a lot of us, that thought something was the truth and believed it, and it wasn't. And so, again, that is not just you. I'm seeing that theme throughout this month for many of the signs that I'm doing readings for. So, yeah, okay. Let me see now what this one. Okay. And now with these two together, because I'm seeing that some of you, because there's this darkness here, and then there's a face here, and this person, their hand is reaching outside of this darkness. So what I'm getting two different messages, that in order to seek the truth about yourself, or to seek the truth, you're going to have to go outside yourselves, seeking it outside of what your normal resources have been to find truth. Because those, wherever you have in the past sought the truth, whether it was inside yourself, whether it was, and I'm going to say this, not to offend anybody, but I have to say this, your church, wherever it has been that you have normally thought that you were receiving the truth, you are either finding out that that is not the case, and you have to go outside and beyond those places where you saw them to be reliable, or what was the other one? Or outside yourself, because the darkness, to me, another thing too that's coming in is, again, darkness, I got the word subconscious. So anything that you can't reach, in your own subconscious, you have to bring out into your conscious awareness. And so you have to, in order to bring anything out into your conscious awareness, you have to find a resource and either read it, somebody will tell you it, or whatever that is, to bring that out into your conscious awareness. And listening to someone and then reading it yourself, those are two different ways that our consciousness becomes involved, so that bringing you awareness, bringing that out of your subconscious into your conscious awareness, so that you can take care of it however you see fit. You have the freedom, and your will then is involved to do whatever you wish once that takes place. So for me, what that's saying, because I'm an astrologer going on 26 years, those of you new viewers that don't know this, or even subscribers that haven't heard me say this yet, that's all right. That's speaking to me, that's speaking astrologically wise about your natal wheel, but specifically your north and south nodes of the moon, because that is where each one of our personal work is. It was automatically at birth put in our subconscious. So we don't know what that is. And our south node, it makes us feel, and this is what we will automatically do. We will automatically feel is the right way to go about life to get our needs met. And it's not. So you will run into blocks. It is a blockage, and you will run into more and more painful situations throughout your life, because it's like you're running into a brick wall. When you run into a brick wall, that hurts, and there's no way you can go beyond it. So bringing that out into your conscious awareness, then you'll know what that program is, and you can keep doing it if you wish, or not. It's completely up to you then, but it's out in the conscious awareness. You're not under its control without your conscious awareness of doing that, of choosing that way. Okay, so if that's the case, you want to find out what your north and south nodes of the moon are, zodiac sign and house placement. Those are two different parts. And to make sure that you get the most accurate house placement, not just for the north node and south nodes, but all your planets in all the houses and your ascendant, you want to make sure, as well as you possibly can, that you get the exact time of your birth. Okay, when you do that, you have your wheel done. Those of you already have your wheel, what the upside down headphones is your south node. Upright headphones, north node, and they'll be across from each other. And if you'd like me to do a reading, if I haven't done one already, that is in your sign or house placement, you can look back in my previous videos, my viewer requests. I've done 7 of them so far. If they're not, tell me what your zodiac sign is, your house placement sign, and I will do a general reading. And that is not just going to help you, but every single other soul out there who has your same house placement and or zodiac sign placement of your nodes. Okay, if you want me to do your wheel as well, I have no problem doing that. I'd be happy to do that. All of this, I do this no charge. I don't ever charge, because I'm here to bring out the truth, and I on purpose do not charge, so that I continue to give the truth no matter what, especially if it's not considered positive. Okay, so I am not, my income, my life, my way of life, my way to stay afloat is not having anything to do with this information that I'm giving out. Okay. So yes, send me in the drop-down box below if you want me to do your wheel. I share the information exactly what I need from you so I can do your wheel. All right. So with that, let's see what else comes out for you Libras. What do you need to know? One more pitiful shuffle. I know this. I am not the best shuffler. With some of these cards, I really have a hard time. Okay, so let's see. What else? What do Libras need to know? Sun, moon, rising, north or south nodes of the moon. Okay, well, yes. This has come out a couple times too. And this just came out, I believe, with Cancer as well. So you might have Cancer in your chart. You don't have to, but that was the first one out yesterday, I believe. And then the second one out is the Chariot. So yes, Libras, you have been doing some type of planting for yourself. Your wishes and dreams. See the orange and the yellow, something you're wanting to accomplish, you're wanting to come to fruition, you're wanting to come to you in the physical, you're wanting to see the manifestations of that, of course. And you will. I see that with the Chariot. And you either need to make sure that you are balanced, that you stay emotionally balanced within yourself, emotionally calm, and you're not swayed into any, I'm getting the word fretting or fear or chaotic. You're not pulled into any of that. Okay, what I'm getting from the Five of Swords, the Five of Swords just came out too, which has to do with what I was just saying, all of that chaos, depression, fear, anxiety, and of course, you know, what's going on in the world right now. Do your best to stay out of, there's a lot of fake information, especially if you don't know, the mainstream media is putting out fake news. It's all fake. It does not, it's too on it. And do your research. Don't just believe what I'm saying, please. But it's to keep you in fear. It's to keep you in chaotic, down, all those negative feelings that keeps you out of balance, in that survival mode. So research that, but research it on alternative places, and you have to be careful there too. So you have to go many places if you're just starting this. But you will, those of you that choose to do this, and maybe that's what you've been doing, you are seeing the truth. You are seeing the truth, and this is assisting you in healing out of this Five of Swords energy, and that will enable you to be solid and balanced within yourself, so that you won't be swayed by these fake emotional waves that they are trying to keep us all in. And maybe some of you, that's what you have been working on, just that stabilizing of yourself. And I'm seeing this white light here as you being balanced, your energy being compassionate, loving, and positive, and all of that. Clear, free, and open, expanded. You are expanding. I'm getting two Libras. You are. Okay, let's see what else. Okay. Boy, this is another one that's come out in several. This is the Ten of Wands. And this talks about completion. This talks about heavy burdens, heavy responsibilities that are ending for you, Libras. In some way, shape, or form, you have been going through a cycle that has encouraged you, that you've had to take responsibility for something in your life. It's going to be different for all of you. But you've been carrying a lot, for some of you, on your shoulders, or this realization that you've had to take responsibility for has been a big deal, a huge deal. In your evolution, I'm getting, in your gaining of wisdom and maturity. For some of you, it's to know what you truly want out of life, so that you can align those dreams and wishes with who you truly are. So some of you, maybe they were not whatever you've been wanting in the past or recent past, whatever it is, it wasn't true to who you were. And so I'm getting, so this is, for some of you, this is why the Five of Swords. So you had totally, you were blocked, you were stopped. And so you had to deal with that and take responsibility and see the truth and dig for it for yourself, dig into yourself and see who you truly are and where that imbalance is coming from. That, again, to me, that's a blockage. And so, and some of you, that's what you've been doing. And some of you, you've been looking and you have found astrology and you have your nodes of the moon. And that's where you did see for, and that's how, and that is true, truly. Because each one of us, again, we have the north and south nodes of the moon. And that being in our subconscious, we don't know until we know and bring it out in the open. And that's why I'm here. This is why I started my channel. Because that's not, it's been kiboshed, especially the north and south nodes of the moon. The real serious stuff for astrology. The most important. And so, yes, I see that some of you have been doing it. You found that, and absolutely, you start reading that, and that is so freeing. Okay, it just, okay, a white feather just fell down, down, I'm looking out my window. It just happened to, I saw it out of the corner of my eye. So, feathers, significant sign and synchronicities for you, Libras. Very, very. So, good luck is coming. That's just a divine, what I was just saying. Okay. So, you can look back at what I was just saying, and then when I saw that, so yes, to me, that says, yes, some of you, you are and you have been working through your south nodes of the moon. So that is awesome. Okay, and then Lovers comes out to me. Some of you, what's going to complete your harmonious balancing out, this is singles. A new partner is coming into your life or will be coming into your life soon. And you are going to be on the same page. You are both going to be equally balancing for each other. And I'm getting also healing for each other. So you've been doing healing, personal healing, working through whatever it is. You've come to the end of that cycle. Maybe some of you did have to leave relationships because they were no longer serving you, either one of you. And if you haven't yet, you will very soon see the positive in what you gained by being with that other person, and you can thank them, And if you can't thank them, you can thank them silently, because that's then seeing they assisted you. They assisted you in some way with this responsibility. And it could have been a tough love, absolutely. Because we don't learn unless we go through pain. That is just a fact, at least on this earth right now. And so, no doubt, if this pertains to you, if this is correct for you, you know what I'm talking about. So it was a difficult time, and you had to take responsibility in some way. And now you can be thankful, or you are already thankful. No matter if they are able to be thankful or see what you assisted them with as well right now, that's not the most important thing. The most important thing, even though that would be awesome, the most important thing is that you, and I'm seeing that if you haven't quite yet, you absolutely will. And some of you absolutely already have. And that opens that door for a new partner to come in. And they're coming, Libras. Okay, so now I'm going to well, I need to say, I looked at this, and what came to me was some of you might have two different choices, a choice between two different, two separate individuals as far as partners are concerned. Okay, so let's see. Let's see if we can get a little more about the Five of Swords and the Ten of Wands. Bring that out in the open for some of you. Again, this is a general reading. These cards are really hard for me to shuffle. Okay, let's see. So we'll go Five of Swords. Let's get some more details with this Five of Swords for Libras. Sun, Moon, Rising, North or South nodes of the Moon for Libra. This Five of Swords. What have they been battling? I just got to, some of you might have gone through where someone turned their back on you, whether it was a family member, a romantic partner, a child, or you had to do that with them. And it was a very stormy, hard time for you. And them too, whichever way that goes. Yes, oh wow. I say that, and then the Six of Cups. So the Six of Cups, what that says to me is it's past memories, it's past a relationship that was overdue, whatever this was, and that was creating strife for you. And it created that because it was time for you, well, you had to see a responsibility, that something you weren't seeing. And so, of course, again, we have to go through pain. And so this was coming out for you in whatever past situation that was. And what was I going to say? And so you had to view this situation, view this person, view yourself. You had to take another look. You had to gain more information. You had to see something for some of you that you had been blinding yourself of, that you didn't want to take responsibility for. I just got to. For some of you, that you weren't ready to, so you hadn't done yet. And so that was this, whatever this was in the past that created this Five of Swords moment or time, was necessary, as I was just saying. And you probably already know this. This could be just confirmation for you. In order for you to be able to step up and take responsibility for whatever this is that needed to be done, it needed to be completed, because the cycle had to be completed for you, for your personal self, for you, for your own growth, your own wisdom and maturity, and, you know, okay, so, and I'm getting to, I'm seeing it has everything to do with truths coming out. And I just got for another message that maybe that is what happened, was a truth came out, a world truth, and that puts you at odds with this other person, this other maybe group, whether it was a religious organization or your family, whatever that might be. But that got, because it was a truth, it opened you up, it forced you to start facing something that you hadn't seen before, and see the truth about something that you hadn't seen. And so that puts you at odds, of course, because those others, or the other, they weren't ready either, or it wasn't their time. And if it's still that way, but it was your time, so you had to continue. You can't, once you see a truth for yourself, you can't take it back. And so as much as we might even try to, once you get to a certain point, you can't. And that's what I'm seeing happen with some of you. And so, which is a very good thing, but it's also a very painful thing, because that changes everything with your friends or your family, or whether it's your married family, your kids, or whatever, because you're now on a different frequency. You're now seeing things differently than you did before. You're not, and your two, or whoever this is, aren't matching anymore. So, and that creates strife, and that creates loneliness in us that happens to. And so it's really hard, because we don't want to lose these people. We want them to come along with us, but that doesn't mean that their time is the time to do that. So, okay, I'll leave that there. I could keep going with that. I'm going to stop, because I don't want to run out of time here. But so you get the idea. And for those of you that happened to, you know what I'm talking about, and you definitely understand what I'm trying to say. Hopefully it came across well. Okay, so the Princess of Pentacles came up upside down. So, and that is under this 10 of Wands. So whatever this responsibility has been, or still is for you, it's because the Princess of Pentacles to me has to do with your energy, your life force. And when it's upright, you're gaining a lot of life force and energy, and adventurousness, and new beginnings. About new beginnings, you're flourishing, you're about ready to flourish. Well, and you have that drive and desire to do so. Being upside down is the opposite. So, of course, with this burden, this responsibility, whatever this was, that sucked your energy, that really depleted you, that really hit you hard. I'm getting like someone who's hit in the stomach, and I'm not meaning physically. You can be energetically hit in the stomach, absolutely, and it feels even worse than physical, just a physical hitting. So yes, it really knocked you down. It really put a huge kink in your plan. It really stopped you. It really stopped you. And again, for some of you, that's what you needed. That's what you needed, as hard as that might be to understand. And those of you that already realize this, you know what I mean. And you'll be saying, yes, you're right. Because, and I know I've had to have those types of things when I was working through my South Node too, those hard knocks, to wake us up, to get us to see, to stop and actually look a different direction, open ourselves up so that we can hear something new, hear something different. That is usually totally the opposite of what we've been believing or how we've been going, whatever that is. That's why it's such a hard knock. But, okay, so of course that stopped all of that, which it was supposed to, because again, like I said in the beginning, I just got again, that you weren't going in the correct direction. Not what was very in your true best interest for who you truly are on your soul level. And so that stopped you. Stop that cycle also. North-south, south-nodal cycle for some of you. That's exactly what that is. So that you could have true fulfillment. But you had to work through, and that's what I see you are, or you have completed, or you are some of you are still in the middle of it, and that's perfectly all right. But you keep going. And maybe this is what you're needing. Some of you that are still in it, you keep going because you're in the right direction. You keep taking responsibility, and you keep going ahead and facing that truth, whatever it is that needs to be faced for you, South Nodal truth, and seeing what that cycle has been for you so you can free yourself once and for all. That is awesome. That is awesome. Because you will have this, if this is something that you have been desiring, and if you are single, and if you're not single, maybe both of you are working through this together. I'm getting that for some of you, and that's awesome too. That is outstanding to have a partner that you're both working through your South Nodes properly together, openly and honestly. And if you have your South Node, anyone, any of us that have our South Nodes in the 7th or 8th house, that is a requirement that you do have to work through that with a partner. So, and I have my South Node in the 8th house, in Scorpio, which is the natural house of the 8th house. And so I absolutely had to have a partner, and I did. And thankfully so, he knew way more than I did when I came into the relationship. And that is, I am so thankful for that. I'm so thankful for that. Because if he hadn't, I never would be where I am right now at my completion of my South Nodal work, and now being able to pass this information on to all of you. So, and it really is real. I would never say anything that I haven't gone through myself. Okay, so let's see where we're at. Let's let's see if there's any other card that wants to come out from this deck to give some more information just in general for Libras, Sun, Moon, Rising, North or South Nodes of the Moon. There are. Okay. And I just happened to see that, and these are upside down too. 6s. You might be seeing 66 or 666, which is a good sign. It's not the scary like we thought. I used to think it was scary. I was born in 66, and so I thought very negative because I believed something that was not the truth. Okay. So, and if you are seeing those numbers, 666 or 66, you might want to look those up and see what that sign and synchronicity means for you. Okay, so we've got 2 cards again, upside down. What am I? Queen of Wands. And then the 6 of Pentacles. Yeah, whatever this responsibility is, it's a big one for you, Libras. And what I'm seeing is, of course, for your benefit. And I know it's a blessing in disguise, but you might not feel that quite yet. you have completely been stopped. Yes. So not just the Princess of, here I'll put this, of Pentacles. That was the first one that went upside down. You also have the Queen of Wands, which is having self-empowerment and knowing how to make your dreams and wishes come true, and being completely balanced and courageous and having that spark, that passion to go for what you truly want and what's best for you. Okay, so that's the Queen of Wands, but it was upside down. So yes, that makes sense. Because again, like I was saying, wherever you were headed, it was not going to be in your best interest, no matter how much you kept. I just saw the block wall again, and just, running towards it and just hitting that wall. No matter how often or much you've tried, it's because it wasn't in your best interest, or how upsetting and depressing and it just really took you what's the word, when your sails are, what's that saying, I don't remember the saying, but your sails, when you are it just knocked the wind out of you, instantly knocked the wind out of you in a big way. Because here too, Six of Pentacles means normally upright, it has to do with abundance, and that you're going to be receiving abundance in some way, whatever abundance, but it's something physical, in the physical realm, that you will see, feel, touch. It will be a physical, whether it's money, whether it's property, something, I don't know. My words aren't coming to me. I apologize. So hopefully you understand what I'm trying to say. But it was upside down. Oh, okay. I just looked at my clock, and so I went longer than I needed to. I am so sorry. It's going to stop on me if I don't conclude this really quick, Libra, so I apologize ahead of time. But this is what you've been really majorly stopped. But keep going, those of you. You will get through this, because you are at the end of that cycle, that hard cycle. You keep going, and those of you that have completed that, congratulations, because you have something coming in that's very, very loving in your life. And it doesn't have to be a partner. It can be any type of abundance, but it's going to be very fulfilling and beautiful and loving and enriching your life in some way, shape, or form. Okay, Libras, that's all I have for you right now. All right, until next time.